Hello there, it's Dave at Fun Science Cheltenham with a quick video for the parents of children who have been coming to our after school clubs lately. Now, your child has recently come home or will soon come home with some metallic bits and bobs, and you might be thinking, what on earth is this and what on earth does it do? It doesn't seem to work. So, allow me to clarify. What we've been doing this week is exploring magnets and electromagnetism. One of the activities we did was we made our very own electromagnet, which the children will bring home with them. Now, first things first, this electromagnet involves a nail. And what I've been doing is, I've been taking these nails and I've been filing the points off with a metal file. That was my cat sneezing. I've been filing the points off with a metal file, so they are not all that sharp anymore. They could obviously still hurt somebody if you poked them with it, just as a pencil would hurt if you poked someone with it, but it shouldn't do any damage. But please advise them to be careful, just as I have. Now, their electromagnet consists of three pieces. It consists of a nail. Around the nail is wound some metal wire, and then there's also a AAA battery. This is how to assemble the electromagnet if it's not in a working condition when it comes home, and how to make it work. So, the first thing you need to do is to take your wire and coil it around the nail. Now, it's very important that you coil it the right way. Number one, you need as many turns in the coil as possible. The more coils, the greater the magnetic field and the greater the effect. Number two, the coil needs to be flat, so the turns of the coil need to be sitting next to each other like this. So not, where's a bad example? Not, oops, like this. Can you see how the coil is all wrapped on top of itself? This wire was obviously much too long for this nail, okay? So this bit is great. Look at all those turns sitting right next to each other. This bit, not so much. So get as many turns as you can flat to the nail. You'll need to leave a couple of centimeters at the end, here and here, to attach to the terminals of your battery. Now, once you've prepared your nail, this one isn't terribly good. I can get a couple more turns on here, I think. Once you've prepared your nail, you need to stick it to the battery. So what I suggest doing is, if you can, make a little loop out of one end of the nail, and then sticky tape that loop to the negative terminal, that is the flat end of the battery. Using a bit of tape just means that you don't need to hold it in place, and you can concentrate on the other end. Now, at the other end you have the positive terminal, which is the lumpy bit. If you can make a little hook out of your wire and hook it over that positive terminal, that will be ideal. Otherwise, you'll have to hold it in place. And be warned that if you do hold it in place, when this circuit is complete and electricity flows through it, it will start to get a bit hot. If it starts to get too hot to hold, just let go. Simple as that. As soon as you disconnect one wire from one of the terminals, one end of the wire, from one of the terminals, the electric current will stop flowing. The circuit will be broken and it won't get hot. Now, what happens when you do connect both ends of the wire to the battery terminals? The electric current flows through the coil, and the coil, that current, induces a magnetic field in the nail. You obviously can't see it, but this nail is now magnetized. And because it's magnetized, you can pick up small... Whoops! Oh, my other end's fallen. Oh, it's all gone wrong. Let's try that again. Insert the nail back into the coil. Let's get a new piece of sticky tape because that one's all greasy. There we go. New piece of sticky tape. Sticky taping one end. Right, sticky tape one end to the negative terminal, so that's a good connection, good contact. And then we hold the other end on the positive terminal. This is fiddly, I will say, this is fiddly. There you go. Now both ends are connected. The phone is, getting confused. The nail is magnetized and it can now pick up small metal things. To put them down, simply disconnect the wire from one terminal and it switches off. So there's no longer an electric current, therefore no longer a magnetic field, therefore the nail is no longer a magnet. So have fun playing with that, be safe. Number 1, watch out for the point on the nail, and number 2, watch out for this getting hot. If it gets hot, simply disconnect it, put it down and let it cool, and see what you can pick up around the house. Have fun, and I look forward to seeing them again soon.